This is a real good question. This is the battle of the greasy Jerry curl head. Which greasy head band would I take? Ready for the world or full force? Wow. You know, this is an interesting question because both these bands came out within a year of one another. Ready for the World was huge in '85. Obviously, Prince inspired, Michael Jackson inspired, Britain inspired. They had a few things going for them. Oh, Sheila was huge, you know, huge. Um, and they had some digital display. They had some cuts. They was catchy. Melvin Riley was singing through his nose. And the thing about it was, he was a precursor to Keith Sweat. But they had some cuts. They they had that texturized the Jerry Curl bottle jam. So they was definitely they were catchy. And from an artist perspective, this is the thing. The catches with R&B, with pop, and they were a lot catchy. But they also, I could actually see people buying their records, which they did. They had a good little run. And Melvin Riley had a little bit of a solo career. Just didn't quite have the goods as a solo career. But Ready for the World as a band, that held up for a minute. That definitely had some flavor. I mean, even though you could say that they were a Minneapolis based clone band with a Michael Jackson kind of vibe and a couple other people thrown in there, it worked for them. I've seen many others who tried it back then with not even half of the results, but they were actually catchy. They had some songs that actually caught on. Uh, they had it, they come from Flint, Michigan. They cats had something going on, so they were, it was something there that definitely enabled them because I mean it was catchy grooves. They had a couple things. They had a couple things, but then we talk about Full Force, and Full Force was writing and producing and doing their whole thing, self-contained band. Obviously, with Lisa Nicole Jam was what got them going, but they came out with Alice, which was a catchy song, which was definitely inspired by hip hop with the scratches and everything. So they were an interesting hybrid, R&B, funk, pop accessibility. And then later on in life, they were doing films, House Party, and everything, and they had personality. They were able to sustain themselves when New Jack Swing and hip hop was starting to take over R&B. They were because they were catchy enough with their songwriting, you know. They actually were trying to almost be a nod to old Motown with the vocal harmonies. If I listen to Bowlegged Lou and them, so they tried to bring that harmony. I heard them. It's interesting when I get asked about these bands because I'm gonna say it like this: Full Force had more going for them as writers and producers because they wrote "Thankful for My Child" with Cheryl Pepsi Riley, and the whole thing with Lisa Nicole Jam was huge. Kid you not, that was pretty big for its time. They really had something with Lisa Nicole Jam going on, and then they were doing their projects and they were working with others. So from that aesthetic, they were on it. Now asking me band for band, who did I think was better of the two? And I got to think about it. I think Ready for the World was the better band, but I think Full Force had the better as writing and production. They definitely had more longevity. So it's a battle of the greasy heads. It's the Jerry Curl battle of the bands. Which activator band did you like better? Ready for the World was more catchier, but Full Force did all their best stuff for others. I think they had some stuff that they did for themselves that I like, but their best stuff was for others. But anyway, let me know who you got in the battle of the Jerry Curl bands, Ready for the World versus Full Force. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.